This is an example like number 2 in the 7.1 homework. So you can see we've got a circle and a line. And our options are either the circle and the line intersect at 2 spots, or they intersect at 1 spot, or they don't intersect at all. So in order to do that, we're going to solve this linear equation to get one of the variables by itself. We'll get y by itself because that has no coefficient. Well, it has a coefficient of 1. So this guy becomes y equals 2x minus 1. Then we're going to take that and substitute it into the conic or the circular equation. Gives us x squared plus 2x minus 1 squared equals 1. So if we square this guy out, we get 2x squared in parentheses, which is really 4x squared, a negative 2x and another negative 2x, which is negative 4x, plus 1 equals 1. So we'll combine like terms. So we get 5x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals 1. It's quadratic, so we'll set it equal to 0. If you subtract 1 from both sides, you get 5x squared minus 4x equals 0. We could always use the quadratic formula, but in this one we can factor out an x. That leaves us with 5x minus 4 equals 0. So we're going to split this up into separate equations. So x equals 0, that's nice, and 5x minus 4 equals 0. Okay, so x equals 0, so one of our solutions is 0 comma something. We don't know what the something is yet. We'll figure it out in a moment. For this guy, if we solve for x, we add 4 and divide by 5, so x equals 4/5. So my other point is 4/5 comma something. Now I want to find the y value that goes along with each x value. So if I'm working with an equation that's squared, remember for squared things we can often get 2 solutions. So I want to work with the linear guy, so we'll use this guy here. So first I'm going to plug in a 0. My dog is eating something off the floor. She's still alive. Everything's okay. So if I plug in a 0, I get y equals 2 times 0 minus 1. 2 times 0 is 0. So I get y equals negative 1. So that's one of the solutions. And then I'm going to plug in 4/5 for y, for x, sorry. So 2 times 4/5 minus 1. So that's 8/5 minus 1, that's 5/5. So y equals 3/5. So those are the 2 solutions. Again, this is similar to number 2. It's not exactly the same, but you'll solve the linear equation for one of the variables, plug that into the other equation, and then solve that quadratic.